Hello, hi, Renee Aite here. Hope you're well. I'd like to bring you a piece of encouragement, something to boost you, something to encourage you, something to strengthen you. And it's a piece of scripture from Isaiah 45, verse 2. It says, I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. Now, I want to read this in Hebrew so we can break it down, strip everything off, get to the meaty stuff, and then draw our revelation from there and put everything back together again. So in Hebrew, I will go before you and make the crooked places straight, is Ani lepeneka elek ha vahadurim yasher. Now, I will go before you, lepeneka. So we have the sound at the beginning of the word, which shows that it's a prefix and it's a preposition. So that's the word before. Before you is lepeneka. The ka at the end of the suffix also shows possession. So if we strip the prefix and the suffix off from that word, we are left with what is panim, which means face. But panim is also in the plural form because we've got the im ending at the end of the word. So it's faces. So God is saying, I will go before your faces. Now that sounds a bit strange because I thought we have only just one face. But we do have several faces. Even in the English language, we do have lots of idioms. You can have face the music, which means confront the consequences of one's actions. You can have put on a bold face, which also means you're afraid or you're fearful. You can have in the face of, which is opposition, or also you can have to save face, which means to save being humiliated. So as human beings, we all do have several phases that we go through. You know, sometimes you might have made a mistake at one point in time. You might have been fearful. At one point in time, you might have suffered opposition or humiliation. But God says He wants to go before you in all those places where you've suffered humiliation, you've suffered opposition, you've been fearful, where you've made mistakes. And He says that I will make the crooked places straight. Now, the word for crooked places is vahadurim. So we've got the v sound at the front of the word, which is a conjunction. So the word and in English is the v in Hebrew at the beginning of the word. And then we've got the im sound at the back, which also, the suffix, which also shows that it's a plural. So the main word, the root word, is hadar. So when you strip off the prefix and the suffix, what you're left with, the word there is hadar. Hadar means crooked places, but not only just crooked places, but it also means to honor, it means to adorn, it means to glorify. So God says He's going before you in all those places where you've made a mistake, where you've been fearful, where you've suffered opposition, where you've been humiliated. He's going to honor you in those places. He's going to adorn those places. He's going to glorify those places. Hadar also means countenance, to do with your face. How happy or sad you are, it shows on your face. So we've got Psalm 43 verse 5 that says, why so downcast, O my soul? And why are you disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I will yet praise him. He is the one who heals the countenance. He heals my countenance, you know. So God is the healer of your countenance. Hada also means to swell up, literally to swell up, or figuratively, or has the implication of to favor. So God says, in all the places of your face that you've been, whether it's a difficult situation or position, humiliation, you've made a mistake, he will honor you in those places. So he says, I will make the crooked places straight. Now, straight is the word yasher. It means straight, but not only straight, also means to even or make right. It also means to lay out smoothly. It also means to level up, to be pleasing or agreeable or just or lawful and prosperous. So God says, I'm going before you in all the places that you've suffered anything which is not agreeable to you. He is going to make those places even. He's going to even out the playing field. Sometimes you might have a great talent or a business idea or something you want to do, but you don't have the means to do it. Or you're saying, if only somebody had given you a chance to do something, and you think, oh, you've wasted time. God says he's going to level it all out for you. He's going to make it right. He's going to make it just. So he says, I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut and sunder the bars of iron. Now, bars is brieke, which means not just bars, but also a fortress. It has a connotation of a fortress or a prison. So God is saying he's going to break down anything that's held you in prison, whether it's physical or it's spiritual. He's going to break that all down. And he's saying he will cut in sunder the bars of iron. Now, iron is bazel, which means iron or iron ore, but it also means harshness or oppression. So if you've suffered any form of oppression, any form of a harsh situation, God says this is the time when he's going to cut and sunder. That word cut sort of also has the connotation like felling a tree. When you fell a tree, you've destroyed it, you've broken the connection between the tree and its roots. So hear God saying to you that he's going to break the connection of your oppression. He's going to break the connection between you and that harshness. He's going to break that connection between you and anything that's held you in oppression, any oppressive situation. So be encouraged. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. I will go before you. And in all those places that you have suffered a humiliation, a mistake, an oppression, any opposition, he says he's going before all those places to bring honor, to adorn you, to glorify you, to honor you. And he's going to level out the playing field for you. He's going to straighten everything out, smooth everything out. And he's bringing to you justice. He's going to make it agreeable and freedom from imprisonment and freedom from oppression. So be encouraged. Pray with this word and share it with somebody to encourage them too. Have a good day. Renee.